As a common can nugget, as a big common nugget, I'm a chick of the other way. Come on, the other way. You want to live with neck as you go. I got Tandy, La Napa. My baby, I fell back to buy a phone for you.
Take a second. Nigeria was the propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people. I have succeeded in getting over 50 million Biafrans, giving them mandate of my leadership. I'm talking about the age of over 50 million Biafrans.
As a common can nugget, as a big common nugget, I'm a chick of the other way. Who want the other way, who want to live with neck as you go. I got Tandy, La Napa. See my baby, I fell back to buy a phone for you.
December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me. December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans, giving their mandate under my leadership. I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me.
As a common can nag, as a big come nag, I'm not to be after Wago, woman wanted the other way, we want to live in neck as Diego, like a Tandi Lanaba, see my baby, I feel back, to buy a phone for you.
December 2nd, Nigeria was busy carrying propaganda against me because I'm fighting for my people, and I have succeeded in getting the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans. Given their mandate under my leadership, I am talking about legal age of over 50 million Biafrans. The history is being made, and I thank you all for believing in me.
Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, good evening. Depending on your location and your time, welcome. Please, when you join us, try to share and like. Try to share so that we get people to join us on this very special day. Today is the 3rd day of February 2026, and I'm coming to you live from my location, So please indicate where you are watching us from so we can be able to welcome you as well. Welcome. Today,
If you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, I've warned you on this very matter. But some of you never, because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will overwhelm you.
Today they will tell us they are here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our area, but we will not see any action taking place. That is to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed forces to be reporting progress every week so that state by state, otherwise it will be a mess of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. So I beg you that time is right now, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator,
yeah, who last are you? I couldn't who last are you? Who last are you? How?
It is 13th of September 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and location. Watch this video I'm going to show you now. Look at the people that cause every damn insecurity in the States. This man now here is one of the people that brought a Bobago in our land. He's a politician.
The things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chifunia? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojuku went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chifunia? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojuku went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they like as their winner, and that's their game. So I will not join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyawodo? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said that way people are going. Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did in Imo State. The same political people join you. After a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOB family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on the bodies.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything, and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyawodo? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to you in Imo State. This political process. You join, after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of it. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. That died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOB family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation.
Biafrans, welcome. Charles Oji, good morning from here. Greetings, Chineke. I really appreciate your presence, and others who are watching from other platforms. Thank you for joining. Welcome, I welcome you. Please share and like as well. You have listened to the down steps of our Prime Minister, first Prime Minister of Biafran Republic Government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. You know, every leader of Biafra has a unique way of appealing to his people, to the Biafran people. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has his signature broadcast and a way of talking to the people of Biafra. Our Prime Minister, first Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, also has a way of appealing to our people, and our people love them. The love we have for our leaders is born out of their love for us as well. Our leaders want us to be free. Our leaders want us to be a developed nation. Our leaders want us to have all the amenities. Our leaders do not want us to suffer. Our leaders want a better life for their people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku, these are the leaders of Biafra that we have. Every other person is a political robber. Is a political prisoner under Nigeria. Every other politician in the south, in the east, anywhere in the Nigerian contraption bearing a Biafran name, these are all political tools that the Nigerian government are using against the Biafran people. It is only our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku, that we can wholeheartedly, categorically state that these people are the true leaders of Biafrans, or the true leaders of Ndigbo or Ndigbo. Mind you, in the case of Ndigbo or Ndigbo, we are referring to all the 40 states of Biafra land that made up the Biafran territories, because everybody is Igbo. Everybody is Ndigbo. We are the ancient people. So, Biafrans, I welcome you once again. Of course, everybody knows what has been trending in these few days. In these few days, there have been a lot of activity on social media. These activities on social media is all relating to Biafra. It's all relating to who we are as a people. It's also relating to what we want as a people. Last week, Monday, the Nigerian government representative in Biafran territory, the stooge of the Caliphate, Soludo of the Anambra State, locked the business premises of the Biafran people. His reason was that, oh, we have sat we had sat at home enough, and he is obligating everybody to start going to his businesses or her businesses even on Mondays, that he doesn't want anything like Monday sit at home. Come to think of it, you ask yourself, why are all these people upon only one day that the Biafran people are sitting at home? The other 6 or 5 or 4 days do not matter to them. It is that particular day that Biafrans decide to sit at home that every one of them is so much concerned about. For an ordinary layman who don't know the reason for this sit at home, briefly, in 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, was kidnapped from Kenya. Why he was kidnapped from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned, privately jetted back to Nigeria. What was his crime? The crime of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for the freedom of his people. So Nigerian government want to stop him at all cost. Whatever is going to take for them to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerian government was in a position to do that. Even if it warrant that the international community penalize them for the activities, they don't give a damn. And mind you, the reason why the world kept quiet, it is now things that are starting to unfold. It is now that people are trying to open their brains and think about the reason why, when the United Nations the European Union, when they tell you about democracy, when they tell you that you have a freedom of agitation, when they tell you that self-determination is not a crime, they try to sing it, they try to talk about it, they try to let people understand that they are standing for self, human rights, and all the rest of it. The reason why Nigerian government was able to go to Kenya, kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, bring him back to Nigeria, and you know pretend as if they are trying to try him illegally was because the world kept quiet. The world did not see anything wrong in that, because before all these things happened, the Nigerian government have already gone all over those who were supposed to speak for the indigenous people. The Nigerian government have already bought every one of them over. They can only make statements, but their statements do not carry weight. They can only talk, but even after talking, they can't execute, they can't take any action against the Nigerian government. And you wonder why the Islamic world, you wonder why the Fulanis are in every part of decision making, every decision making position in Nigeria and in Africa as well. You wonder why the Fulanis, who are cattle rearers, you wonder why the Islamic world, people like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, you wonder why they are getting positions in United Nations, in European Union, and occupying some strategic positions. Because Nigeria was contributory factors to such positions, because Nigerian government have to use money, use influence, use the natural resources that we have in our land, Biafra, in order to buy position for all these people to occupy certain spaces, certain places in strategic positions and unions of the world. So that when they start committing their atrocities, when they start committing crime against the indigenous people, of course, the indigenous people will always look up to the United Nations to react or to act and to hold Nigeria accountable. You find out that it's like when you are pouring water on a stone, because the United Nations will never speak. Even when they speak, they are not going to take action. It is now we begin to understand the reason why Nigerian government were so emboldened in the crime that they are committing against the indigenous people. So when they went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the people of Biafra instituted sit at home for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And since that 2021 till date, every Monday Biafrans have been sitting at home to tell the government that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in their possession, that we want them released. We want him released, and every other prisoner, political prisoner that the Nigerian government have held hostage. But the Nigerian government and the politicians and representatives of Nigeria in Biafra land, they don't want to have anything to do with the release of our leader. They don't want to even talk about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because to them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an obstacle to them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a stumbling block to them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is preventing them from exterminating Biafrans from the face of the earth. So they saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a foe that need to be removed out of the way, so that they will continue to commit their criminality in our land. So, and they understand that people sitting at home every Monday is a remembrance of our leaders' predicament. It's also a resurgence of Biafran restoration project, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without talking about Biafra. Yes, You cannot speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention without saying the reason why that he was detained. He's detained for Biafra. So anything that have to do with not talking about Biafra is what these Southeast politicians, Soludo and every other one of them, are doing. So they have tried since 2021 to stop that sit at home, all to no avail. Biafrans have been sitting at home willingly, even when they enforced it. When Biafrans were sitting at home, the Nigerian government started their enforcement in order to discourage people, and in order to criminalize the activities of IPOB or people who are fighting for Biafra. To tell them, oh, it is Biafran people that are enforcing the sit at home, so Nigerian government will come and kill and buy Biafrans who disobey the sit at home, then they will place it on the head of those who are advocating for the sit at home. After all these things, Biafrans did not stop sitting at home. Government continue to lose large sums of money every Monday. But even at that, the government and the politicians and the leaders in that evil contraption called Nigeria did not see the reason to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if they actually want sit at home to stop, they don't need to threaten the people. They don't need to do anything whatsoever. It's just the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what the Biafran people demanded from them. But because they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very big force to reckon with, they know that only one command given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them will be in a very big soup. So they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They want him to remain in detention. They want him to remain wherever he is while they fight tooth and nail to see if they can destroy the Biafra ideology, if they can destroy the Biafran restoration project. So after all these governors tried and tried and tried and tried, threats and all the rest of them, they couldn't succeed. In this 2026, Soludo now think that he can still succeed. The Fulani now advised him, oh, what you have to do is go and lock up the place and tell them that, oh, if they don't start going to work on Monday, that you are going to demolish it and now change that place to a school. And we laugh in Chinese language. So, Biafrans, despite all the threats, despite all the atrocities that have been committed against the Biafran people because of this sit at home, despite the threat to their businesses, their lives, their properties, and their well-being, Biafrans ignored the threats. Biafrans ignored their criminalities. Biafrans continue to sit at home to let the politicians from the Southeast understand that we are not sitting at home only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. We are also sitting at home for the freedom of our people, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu advocated. So that was what the news that was trending all this week. So yesterday, Biafrans came out and condemned the locking of their shops by also sitting at home to tell Soludo that you can go to hell and burn to ashes because the businesses belongs to us. We pay the rent. We stock the goods. We are the ones who are hustling. It is our business. It is our private business. So you don't have to tell us when, how to open and run our businesses. So forget anybody that is telling you, oh, there are some parts we are opened and all the rest of them. Of course, you know what Nigerian government can do. Anybody who is a politician in Nigeria is corrupt as Tinubu, and it is evil as Omahi and Wike. So what they will do, they will arrange a group of people in one particular place and tell them, pay them off. Go and put your goods on the road so that government, BBC, propagandists will come and video you and say that people have started, oh, people are now coming to shops on Mondays. That is not how leadership is known. Allow the people to decide what they want. The Biafran people have declared now and then that they want their freedom. And they want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released. No matter what the Nigerian government, no matter the process, or no matter their plans, no matter the method they come with, Biafrans are already made a decision. That decision is to be free out of Nigeria. That decision is to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, their leader, is not forgotten. That decision is to let the southeastern politicians understand that we only have a leader in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and no one else. And we are in solidarity with him. And that if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released, sit at home will always be there until eventually he's going to be released. So, the Nigerian government have failed once again. Soludo have failed once again. If you draw your mind back, before Soludo became the governor of Anambra State, Soludo was a proponent or an advocate of a dialogue between our leaders, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu then, and the Nigerian government. This was when, I think, when Obiano was still in power. So Soludo was talking about, oh, don't ignore these agitators. Don't ignore what they can do. The government is not doing it well. The government is using a sledgehammer on ants. The government should call and negotiate with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and take this Biafran issue seriously. This was what Soludo was saying while he was still a central bank governor of Nigeria. You know, while he was still a central bank governor in Nigeria. Little did people know that Soludo was trying to get relevance with the Biafran agitators. Oh, so that when little did we know that then he was nursing governorship ambition, so that he would go use it as an edge, because people will now see him as, oh, he may be pro-Biafra. With his utterances, people would think, oh, Soludo is pro-Biafra. When he goes into the government house, he's going to speak for Biafra. He's going to act for Biafra. He's going to join in Biafran Restoration Project awareness creation. But immediately Soludo was elected into the government house of Oka, the first project that Soludo carried out was going to the market and telling the people that no more sit at home. People should come out on Sunday. People should come out on Monday. Even decided to hold mass Sunday or Sunday masses on Monday in order to discourage people from sitting at home. In order to discourage people from sitting at home, Soludo did everything humanly possible. In his first tenure as a governor, he could not succeed. Now that he has also gone into second tenure, he has also started it again to see if he can succeed. But one thing is very, very clear: Biafra is a spirit. If you are fighting Biafra, it means you are fighting the spirits that go with Biafra. It means you are fighting over 3.5 million Biafrans who died as a result of Biafra. It means you are fighting those who were killed, who were felled at Emene, who were felled at Obibo, who were felled at Aba, Mpo. Name it. Biafrans have watered their blood in the cause of this terrorist Nigerian state because of fighting for what they believe in and freedom. So all these politicians that tied Biafrans in their numbers think that all of a sudden this blood that they shed will now go and sleep and rest and allow them to have their way. It is not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So Biafrans wholeheartedly spoke in a very loud voice, reaffirming their commitment, their support, their love for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, stating that it is only the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that can stop sit at home. So Soludo and his cohorts can go to hell and burn to ashes. Biafrans do not care. We care about Ohamadike one of Biafra. We care about our freedom. That is all that matters to us. So Biafrans only want freedom. We want to be free out of Nigeria. We want to be free from these terrorist leaders that Nigerian government have produced in our land. And we are now questioning the paternity of all these people who are holding political offices in our territory. It is very, very appalling that the people who are revered as intelligent and brave, we are still being subjugated. We are being still held, enslaved by a group of few northern oligarchies boys and girls that come from Biafra land. It is very, very unfortunate that the Fulanis are controlling those who happen to come from our territory against their own people, telling you how you are going to govern your people, encouraging you to destroy their source of income, even encouraging them to kill their own people, to please them, to show them how much you love one Nigeria. You have to do away with your people. You have to destroy your people. You have to make sure that the love that exists in Biafran land, you destroy it at the expense of one Nigeria. You want Nigeria to be one. Over 200 million people in one almighty mess because you are getting peanuts, because you are getting kickbacks, because you are getting numerations, because you are siphoning the natural resources that everybody was meant to enjoy. So because it is now way to you and your family, every other person can go to hell. The Fulanis can come to our land. The Fulanis can rape our women. The Fulanis can kill our husbands. The Fulanis can turn men into widowers and turn women into widows and turn children into orphans because of what they are giving to you as a politician in our land. It is very, very unfortunate. And that is why the crop of Biafrans of this generation, we are going to hold all these evil men accountable for this atrocity that they have committed against our people, especially those that want us to be free. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpan Joko. These people are responsible for where these our leaders are today. And Biafrans are not angered. You are not worried. Biafrans are not worried. A lot of Biafrans are very much comfortable, even trying to support Soludo for his actions in Onitsha market. A lot of Biafrans are even trying to give him a kind of backing for trying to stop sit at home. You want to back him. You don't understand that if not for this sit at home, nobody will be talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow. Okay, look at how the sit at home is holding them accountable, yet they have not released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Imagine a scenario where there is no sit at home. You dare not talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once you talk about him, you are going to jail. Nigerian government is capable of doing evil every form of evil, because the world is going to keep quiet about it. If not now that Donald Trump have come onto power. And that is why for the first time in the history of protest by Biafrans protested the logging down of their shops, and no Biafran life was lost. Why? You ask yourself why? Because the Nigerian government, the terrorist governors in our land have seen that the world is watching in what is happening all around the globe. Once you kill your people, you are going to enter the bad books of the American government, and the American government will hold you into account. Yes, so that was why last week, Monday, Biafrans were able to protest. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Biafrans were protesting the locking up of their shops, and no shot was fired. Nobody was killed for the first time, unlike before, when Biafrans will come out with only flags and the Nigerian government will roll out their armory looking for who to kill. So please, I have a link on the platform, and I want you to join me on the link. Let's talk about Biafrans who have decided that it is Biafra or Biafra, and no amount of intimidation or harassment or threat to their lives can destroy the love for their freedom or destroy the freedom that they want or the freedom of our leaders. Yes, no amount of threat to their lives. Our people have been killed enough. So killing our people now is not going to make any difference. It's not going to make any difference, but one thing is clear. We are going to stand our ground until we are free out of the Nigerian state. And if you are still one Nigerianist, if you go to my wall, you will see a flyer there. You go to the comment section and vote. And just this is a social media voting, of course. Let us see how many people will still want one Nigeria, because the last time I checked, 99.9% of Biafrans want Biafra. So, if you want Biafra, then it means that everything that have to do with Biafran restoration, you have to support it. Anything about one Nigeria, you have to be discouraged. Soludo is a one Nigerianist. Anybody doing the will of Nigeria in our land is a one Nigerianist. And if you are supporting such person, it means that you are supporting one Nigeria. So join me on the studio and make your contribution, make your voice heard, but let our people understand that this generation of Biafrans, we are not going back on our freedom. We must continue to fight. We must continue to push for what is right until we are free. Take a look at what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, said in this video. I'm going to play it once again. Everything has been promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one person. Everything, good life, money, property, houses, cars, position, name it. Everything was promised this man, yet this man said no. What he wants is the freedom of his people. I want you to listen to it, because it is very, very important, so that when you know the reason why people love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is the reason why. Because if it is people like you would have taken this money. You have even accepted the vice president position and sold your people. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have accepted all these promises they made to him, today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be the richest of all of them in that evil contraption. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no, had the interest of every Biafran at heart, And that is why he rejected every promise that they made to him. I want you to listen to it. I want you to listen so that you understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody that will betray the cause. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody that will betray his people. It's not going to happen.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they'll make me the vice president of the zoo.
His Academic Kindness, good morning from here, sir. Thank you for joining the questionnaire this morning. Can you hear me? Oh my God. The Academic Kindness, please come back. So, Biafran, just like we are saying, listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he has to say. Every promises have been made to him. Yet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing on his first word. The word he uttered from the beginning is still the word he's standing on till tomorrow. So why won't Biafrans love him? So that is why every Monday sit at home, nobody is going to change it. The spirit of Biafra works with Monday sit at home. So anybody that is telling you, oh, Monday sit at home is this, is cancelled, is that, they are going to destroy your properties. Let Soludo destroy the properties of Biafra. Let us see if the gods, the goddesses of our land will allow him to do that. So don't be afraid. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us to understand that a lot of our people value their stomach more than their freedom. Are you part of those who value your stomach more than your freedom? Because the last time I checked, once you are free, your stomach will be taken care of. Once you are free,
There
as
were
a people,
Mazi.
His Academic Kindness,
Mazi,
good
can you hear me?
morning from here. Yes, I can hear you. Welcome to the questionnaire. Go ahead, sir.
And there were
Oh, Academic Kindness, your Academic Kindness is like you are getting challenges from your studio. Try come back again. So let's listen.
I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about doing. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they're the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything, and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no.
Did you hear that? They have given me everything, and I said no. What do Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mean by everything? They gave him house, they gave him money, they gave him property, they gave him position. They even asked him to choose anywhere, any country of his choice. So they have given him everything just for him to drop the freedom of his people. That is to tell you that is listening, that there is something that Biafra will offer that you have not seen unless you get to Biafra first. They gave him everything, yet our leader said no. On Biafra, he stands. And that is where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands till tomorrow. Academic Kindness, can you hear me now?
yes, I hope the network would allow us.
Yes.
So let me say very.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Academic Kindness will join us soon. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have given him everything. Everything.
They came to prison Abuja. I said no. They came to my house. I said no. They called me governor's meeting. I said no. I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is beer. Why do you think I have a hard issue?
I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. So you that is listening, what do you want? Do you want freedom? Do you want Biafra? Then why are you not supporting Biafra? Oh my God, academic kindness, you can call back because so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said all he wants is Biafra. They have given him everything. They gave him everything, but he said no. He do not want them. What he needs is Biafra. What our leader needs is Biafra. And that is what each and every one of us want. But the problem is most of you that want Biafra on a platter of gold. You have to work towards what you want. You want to be free. Good 18, we have a government that is now speaking for us in Washington, D.C. Why are you not coming to support that government that is now responsible, that American government understand that this is the representative of the Biafran people? Or you think that the world can just come and call you, oh, take your Biafra and go, without that recognition from America? I don't think it's going to happen. And that is why we have a lobbying firm in America. That is why we have an attorney in America. That is why the Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere is going to America to make sure that that thing that our leader say he wants, it comes to fruition. It comes to pass. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants Biafra, wants freedom, what about you? Then if you say you are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want freedom as well, why are you not supporting the government that American government knows that is fighting for the freedom of the Biafran people? The government that have been welcomed in Washington, D.C. The government that the Prime Minister is now in Washington, D.C. speaking with policymakers in Capitol Hill, speaking with Trump policy makers, advisors of Donald Trump. If that's the Biafra that you want, then why are you far away from supporting the government? Because the BRGIE government is the only recognized government that is fighting for the freedom of the Biafran nation. And for those of you who are talking about Prime Minister position is not a personal property position. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, first Prime Minister is Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. He is now incapacitated. He cannot be Prime Minister from prison for a very long time. Okay? He has to be in prison by the Nigerian government and the Finnish government because of his stand for Biafra. So they want, as they are holding him, so that everything about Biafra have to end. Government is a continuous process. While he's incapacitated, somebody has to take charge and make sure that we continue from where our Prime Minister left us then. And that person now is elected Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, who has now the full authority of the Biafran people to go to Washington, D.C. as Prime Minister of Briggy, in order to continue the work that our first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, was doing before he was arrested by the Finnish authorities. So when Prime Minister comes out, we take it from there. That is one thing our people should understand. That it is not a permanent position of anybody. So people should come to terms with the reality on the ground. that we have a government, we have a prime minister, we have a process, we have a template, we have a charter, we have everything, the template to Biafran Restoration Project, and we must have to follow it to the latter. Very, very important. But all hands must be on deck. We are calling on Biafrans all over the world to support this government, BRGIE, that America now recognizes, America now know that is responsible to speak for the Biafran people. Let's support it financially. More importantly, because lobbying is not ofe egusi na ofe ogbono. Lobbying is like ofe owere. Onye na-ejiri ego ara eri ofe owere. Academic Kindness, thank you for joining me. Go ahead, sir, if you can hear me. And welcome to the questionnaire.
There was questionnaire. Let us try this. If it interrupt again, no shaking. But I want to. Ototoma.
There was.
You don't go fall again. You don't go fall again. So
Okay.
I wanted to let Biafrans to understand this. People should. Hi, ndị Igbo. Ke language m ga-use ka ndị be anyị ghọta ihe na-ekwu. Ịma na ndị be anyị dị very simple. Ndị be anyị like business. Anyị like worship Chineke. Especially Chineke ahụ na-atọ anyị ụtọ, a na-akụ ogene, na-akụ nkwa. Nke ha na worship mbọsị ụka, mbọsị Sunday. That is only two things ndị be anyị dị eme egwuregwu. Ifu business, family, and worship Chineke. Nke a na worship mbọsị ụka. Ọ eziokwu nna m.
Right.
Oh. But onwe ife ndị ọcha zolo ezo ebe anyị nọ. Ife ndị ọcha zolo ezo bụ ife eji abụ nwoke. N'ọnọdụ ụwa. Ihe eji abụ nwoke abụrụ money. Ọ bụrụ ego, nghọta. Nghọta bụ ihe eji abụ nwoke. Nghọta etu ụwa si aga. Asị na ọ bụrụ na ma nọrọ ebe m ga-eme vidio na mme vidio ifo ndị Europe ka ha si, that is onwe certain age mmadụ ga-eru ma arụzi ọrụ. Onwe certain situation mmadụ ga-anọrọ, ọnọdụ mmadụ ga-anọrọ ma arụzi ọrụ, gọọmenti na-akwụ ụgwọ. Gịnị bụ gọọmenti? Gọọmenti bụ anyị nwa. Gọọmenti bidoro na ezinụlọ. Etu a na-enwe nne, enwe nna, enwe ụmụaka. Then onye agbata obi gị enwekwa nne, nwee nna, then nwee ụmụaka. Then onwekwa onye agbata obi onye ahụ enwe nne, enwe nna, enwe ụmụaka. Gba break ka ịghọta ihe m na-ekwu. Ka m gosi gị ihe
And he's right. There is a stage, an age that you get to. Those who are living in the civilized world, that the government is now taking care of you. Even if not that, look at the executive order that was signed by President of America. Going forward, every child that is being born in America have access to a certain amount of money. Welcome back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
So, government be helpful for ezinụlọ ịtọ anụ nwere. That was ezinụlọ mụa, ezinụlọ David nna. Then ezinụlọ Kenya ọzọ nọ gị akụkụ ebe ahụ. Ezinụlọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ezinụlọ Academic Kindness, ezinụlọ David, ezinụlọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ya bụ 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, the network should allow our most educated, talented Academic Kindness to lecture us this morning for Biafrans to understand the reason why we are suffering all over Africa. Because the West They deceived us with what they brought to us. They deceived us. They deceived us with what they brought to us.
Maazị David.
Yes, and Mano, go ahead.
So ihe fọdụziri anyị bụ ezinụlọ ịtọ a ịchịkọta onwe ha ọnụ kwuo etu ha ga na-esi ebi ndụ n'ime obodo ahụ anọ n'ime vileji ahụ anọ ya bụ gọọmenti ezinụlọ gị nwa na ezinụlọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya bụ mmadụ ịtọ make up this village. That village bụ country ka ọ pụtara ihe a na-akpọ village bụ country. Ọ ya bụ steeti gọọmenti. Ọ ya bụ sensị ndị ọcha ji ekwu ya Soludo nwere ihe pasta Soludo a na-ekwu okwu ndị gụrụ akwụkwọ si akpọzi na Soludo onye onweghị ihe pastara ndị abụ ndị gụrụ satifiketi ego onweghị ihe ha ma onye ghọta ihe bụ gọọmenti ọ dịdịrọ federal gọọmenti etu Nigeria si nọrọ na enyi nwafọ Igbo ọbụla nọ as gọvanọ ghọta ihe bụ gọọmenti. You don't need federal, just once recruit as na English. Kpaa ndị agbata obi gị aka eme nchekwa obodo then unu eyuzuo ihe azụtara n'ahịa ihe na-akpọ IGR unu ejiri akwụrụ ndị federal bịa na si ya go get the hell out of here, just get the hell out of here. Ọ bụ ihe dị there but na ọ dị sekọta ekwu ọnụ na onye na-akpọ na prọfesọ bụ agboro nye na ndị agboro iko na-aṅụ ọ na-edistro akodo. Hey, first in history were akụmadụ ụkwụ onye si na ọ bụ prọfesọ.
It's quite unfortunate.
Like however nago n'iyi Nigeria abụrụ ụlọ ọ bụrụ ezinụlọ ndị Igbo ya fọdụzikwa nke bụ ezinụlọ ndị Igbo ọ bụ ezinụlọ ndị Hausa o doro mmadụ anya ihe anọ ya eme. Igbo kwesịrị imepe anya hio isa n'anya ka ghọta unu echezi na ndị be anya echezi na ebe anyị si 18 years ago 10 years ago ibigo unu wọchị ya onye metọ biznes onye na
Oh, this network should allow academic kindness to flow. Because he has a very wonderful information he's giving Biafrans this morning. For you to understand that the government is the people. The government is the people. The government is me and you. So under normal circumstances, Soludo have no right to come and intimidate the people because the people are the government. But because of where we find ourselves, that is why all these terrorist apologists, all these stooges, all these slaves of the caliphate become and issuing ordinary orders in our land. Go ahead, sir.
Biko geno Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ntị, geno Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ntị, geno Maazị Ogechukwu Nkere ntị. Ndị nọ na mkpọrọ adị mmadụ na-abụ ndị isi ebụọ anyị nwere nọ na nga ụlọ nga nọ na mkpọrọ. A sị na mmadụ na mkpọrọ ọ bụrụ ihe ọjọọ, ihe dị mkpa bụ ihe mere iji gaa mkpọrọ. Okay, ha dị bụ ofu bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nke ọzọ Maazị Simon Ekpa. Ha bụ amandọrọ ebe ahụ na-achị maọbụ na-ekwu ihe ga-eme outside. Anyị nwa nọ outside ga na-agbala ha mkpu, anyị nwa ga na-agbala ha mkpu, anyị nwa nọ outside ga na-agbala ndị nọ n'ime mkpu. Onye ọbụla nọrọ with sincere heart. Echezi na business and
exactly. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na Maazị Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko are in detention. Anyị nwa ka ọ dị n'aka. It is our responsibility, our duty to make sure that they are free. It is we that is going to fight for us. It is not them that are in detention that is going to fight for themselves. It is not them that is going to be giving us order. We that are free to take decisions, we that are free to act. not outside. Gabambo funa haputara. Owo hang inside. Gabambo for us. But because of where we find ourselves in that evil contraption, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people do not understand that it is their responsibility, their duty to start fighting for the release of our leaders, and not for us to wait for our leaders to fight for us. Our people should understand that. So I want us to continue to listen to what our leader said.
Issues with Chief Nyanwood. Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father and my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the flavors by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything, and I said, take to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje. I said no. Told me governor's meeting. I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyanwood? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father and my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they will make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not the flavors by the side. Or that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything, and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, Kuje, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyanwood? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, you after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics. I will never stop fighting for Biafra. Listen to me very carefully. My father, my mother died as a result of this. I have lost men as a result of this. IPOP family members that I was close to have died. They did not die for one Nigeria. They did not die for Nigerian party politics. They died fighting for freedom. And that freedom we are going to get on their behalf. Your next question, please.
Thank you. So the reassurance is that even if they...
Everybody have listened to what our leader, his response, that everybody died as a result of Biafra. The people that died never died for one Nigeria. So why would you support one Nigeria? Your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, your uncles, your aunts, your nieces and nephews, most of them died for Biafra. So why will you continue to support one Nigeria when your people died for Biafra? You should be a Biafran, support everything about Biafra so that Biafra will be restored. So thank you so much, Biafrans. Since the network did not allow Academic Kindness to join us, I will play some. You are free to join us on the studio and make your contribution as well. Make your contribution, Biafrans. Make your contribution. We must continue to demonstrate that we are Biafrans. We must continue to fight for the cause we believe in. Nobody is going to give us Biafra. It has to start with us, and that is what we are doing. We are calling on everybody to join in this fight for freedom. We are calling on everybody to join in this fight for freedom. Very, very important.
They came to kill me, to kill me. Tell the Igbo man did not jump in. You're Nigerian army, just you're Nigerian army.
So everybody should understand that we are all fighting for freedom. We are fighting for Biafra. So everybody's hands must be on deck to support the fight for our freedom. Nobody is going to give us.
In their hand. The people of Biafra have decided that every Monday they must be sitting at home to let their voice heard. The people of Biafra have decided that every Monday, if Martin Kanu is not released, they will be sitting at home and at the same time fighting for their freedom. The people of Anambra have demonstrated today that the power belongs to the people. I'm so proud of you, the Biafra Republic government in exile, cabinet members, and the de facto government in homeland. I'm so proud of you, my fellow citizens. Your freedom is in your hand. No one will give you your if you don't fight for it. The seat at home that we are demonstrating today, a lot of countries have used that to get their freedom from their oppressors. Countries like India home to demonstrate that displeasure against the British government. We Biafrans are doing the same today. The people of Biafra have spoken. They demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They demand their freedom. They demand to have a better country called. Over 100 years, the Biafran people have not benefited anything from that contraption called Nigeria. Rather, what Biafrans benefit from that shithole country is the dehumanization, the inhuman treatment, the massacre of Biafran people, while the Nigerian terrorist state trying to Islamize the people of Biafra. And Biafrans have risen up and say enough is enough. Biafrans want their freedom back. My fellow citizens of Biafra, be ready. In no distant time, we will hit the streets of Biafra. We will take our country back. We will take our land back. We will chase the Nigerian terrorist state, the invaders from our territory, from our land. Just like what is happening in Iran today, the people of Iran have hit the street of Iran. They want their freedom. They want their freedom back. The people of Iran have hit the street of Iran demanding to be free. They are tired of the Islamic regime of Ayatollah. My fellow citizens, your freedom is in your hand. Monday, sit at home, the Biafran people have decided that they will not stop Monday, sit at home until Nnamdi Kanu is released. The Biafran people have decided that they will not stop Monday, sit at home until their demands are met. Their demands is to be free. They want to have their Biafran Christian country. Because Biafrans are Christians. Biafrans don't want to be Islamized. Biafrans want their total freedom. It gladdens my heart today that the people of Biafra decide to sit at home. The people of Biafra love Nnamdi Kanu so much, demanding for his release. It gladdens my heart to see that the people of Biafra want to totally liberate themselves from this terrorist country called Nigeria. And for the all illegitimate governors parading themselves in Biafra land, Soludo and Co. Shame unto you! The power belongs to the people. The power belongs to Biafrans. We must be free because our freedom is in our hand. Biafrans keep fighting for your freedom. Nigeria expired 2014. The amalgamation agreement is for the union to last for 100 years. After 100 years, North and South will now decide if they still want to continue. That will not happen. And we don't want to continue. Nigeria expired 2014. We cannot live in an expired country. We cannot live in a country that kills Christians. We cannot live in a country that has more than 22 terrorist groups. We cannot live in a country that tries to Islamize us. We cannot live in a country that has killed over 5 million Biafrans. We are tired. We want our total freedom, and we must be free. Our freedom is in our senators, governors parading themselves in Biafra land accountable. No one should stand on our way. Biafran people are ready to march, and we must get our freedom back. Thank you, thank you. Keep doing what is right. Keep fighting for your freedom. Your freedom is in your hand. You will be better off in Biafra. For over 100 years, while you still with Nigeria, did Nigeria change anything in Biafra land? The answer is no. No workable seaport, no good infrastructures, no sewage system, no electricity, no good road, no good hospital, no good school system. Nigeria is a scam. Thank you. Next week, Monday, sit at home. Biafrans have decided they will sit at home until they totally liberate themselves and until our leader Mazin Namdekan is released, until their demand is met. God bless Biafra Republic. God bless United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, our amiable PM, and thank you, Biafran people, for keying in. It may be late in your time. But as you join, share because we are not going to stay for too long. We appreciate Biafrans who have done the wonderful work of resilience, consistency, and steadfastness by making sure they make the zoo to understand what Biafra means and what we have actually come to do. We appreciate our leaders that have lived before us, who have sacrificed their lives, who are late now, and those that are in prison. We salute all of them. And the Biafra Defense Forces, we salute all of them for what they are doing on a daily basis. We salute Biafrans for putting their lives on the line. We salute BRGIE, Cabinet, de facto, the defense, for all they are doing. And we salute our PM who just finished speaking now. We appreciate all Biafrans who turned up for yesterday's town hall meeting and the fundraising on Saturday. Your commitment and your contributions are highly appreciated. And we look forward to seeing more of you because we have a greater responsibility in our hands for us to carry out so that we can be able to achieve our goals. It seems that, or at this point, after Nigeria has pronounced death sentence to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and life imprisonment, Biafrans have become more stronger. Yes, the strength in Biafra rekindled. The fire in them is now burning than before. The desire for Biafra has increased, and their synergy for Biafra has toppled. What we need of them is to continue to be resilient, is to continue to be stronger than they have been, is to continue to increase in strength and formidability. And above all, you need to all come out and support this freedom with your money, because we cannot achieve anything without money. Money does all the work,
Money does all the job. Money does all the speaking. Money does all the writing. Money does all the engagement with the lawmakers. Money does all the talking. We appreciate those that have sacrificed their money, their riches and glory, and their hard-earned sweat, invested them in Biafra freedom this far. It's not easy. It is not everybody that have money that likes bringing it out to sacrifice for Biafra. After Ojukwu had his father's money and his own and put 100% of it into Biafra to see that Biafra come. I think since then, I have not seen someone that have tried to follow the footsteps of Ojukwu. I have not seen. We have many rich people who are richer and richer and richer than all of us. But all of them are putting their money in their businesses. It is only Okechukwu Nkere that has decided to carry the cross and come this far in a heavy way. You may not all understand the cross and the burden the way he carries it, but with time you will do. So my message is, I've not seen any other Biafran that has carried the cross of Biafra financially with his own hard-earned money to this time, except Nkere, the PM of the Biafran people today. So we appreciate him so much, and we appreciate every other person that is giving all they have to make it happen. If at this point, or if as at today, being the 2nd of February, you are a Biafran and then you claim that you don't know those that make Nigeria to pee in their panties. You claim that you don't know the BRGIE that dragged Nigeria to Washington, D.C. The BRGIE that works with the lobbies, Elias. The BRGIE that works with the attorney, which made Nigeria to pee in their panties. The BRGIE that held a congressional briefing in Washington, D.C. Capitol White House on the 18th of September 2025 and gave a congressional testimony against Nigeria on the religious persecution, Christian genocide, the kidnapping and the killing of the civilians in Nigeria, the kidnapping of Martin Nnamdi Kanu, the kidnapping of many others, the destruction of lives and properties of Christians, the maiming and the killing of Biafrans because of their desire of self-determination, fighting for the independence of Biafra. If, as of today, being 2nd of February 2026, you say you are not aware of the BRGIA, which Nigerian government cried on Nigerian television to tell the world that BRGIA have done them so much pain. Tuga, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Nigeria, cried when he was talking on Piers Morgan program, Piers Morgan show. He said that the American president and his administration are basing their fact on falsehood, based on the report that the Biafra secessionist group have presented to the U.S. Congress. So you acknowledge that there is a Biafra secessionist government, BRGIE, that is engaged the U.S. Congress since 2024, coming down to this day, and they have caused you pain. They cried and said the Biafra secessionist group, which they themselves use their governors in southeast of Nigeria to proscribe and call them what? Call them terrorists of fighting for Biafra independence. That in Nigeria, they proscribe them and call them terrorists. But in America, American government don't call them terrorists. American government grants them the permission and grant them access into the White House, capital of America, the seat of power, where laws are being made and where they sit down and discuss Biafra. They gave a congressional testimony for Biafra against Nigeria, for Biafra independence, for Biafra recognition, for Biafra restoration, and for political and diplomatic support from the American government, with exchange of deals, both military-wise, social, and economic. Nigerian government cried and wailed and gnashed their teeth, exclaiming about what BRGI have done. If, as at today, 2nd of February 2026, you claim that you are not aware of what BRGI are doing, it means you are just deceiving your entire family. Yes. It is that same BRGIE that petitioned Finland, that dragged Finland to the US Congress, that called on the US government to sanction the EU countries, to sanction the EU Commission for doing what? For taking part in the imprisonment of PM Simon Ekpa. It is that same BRGIE that dragged Nigeria out for the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is that same BRGIE, that same PM Nkere, that same lobbyist Elias, that same attorney Dabiri, that dragged European Commission, European countries, Nigerian corrupt entity to the US Congress and drag them out for accountability. And the Nigerian government were crying about it. They said, how effective has this BRGIA become? Oh, this BRGIA has become super effective, and their influence has gone very wide. That what they put on the table of the US Congress is considered and implemented because they are in line with the ethics and standards of human rights. That BRGI is the one that all of you knew since 2023 that was unveiled in Baltimore. That BRGI is the one that you enter BRGI, you run away. BRGI stand as a pillar, a stone that cannot be brought down. You can only come and fight the BRGI, and then you will get repelled by the power that is invested in BRGI, because the foundation which it was built is very strong that thousands of you cannot bring it down. That BRGIA is the one that has become a nightmare to Nigerian government. It has also become a nightmare to Finland today and the European Commission, because even UK, that BRGIA has become a nightmare to UK. The journalist that was crying about the effectiveness of BRGIA was speaking from the UK. That means UK government hired him and made him to carry out the investigation. At the end of the day, he was crying out that the UK are crying, oh, that this is what BRGI have done, and that UK government are crying so hard because of what BRGI have done. So they are seeking for redress. They cried very loud, and we enjoyed their cry. That came from the UK. You see, the UK is the biggest devil. The UK is the one that gave passport that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is using. It is the same UK that has not said anything about their own citizen that has a passport which they gave to him, the whereabouts of that citizen after he was kidnapped. It is the same UK that is pampering and want Nigeria to remain as one so that Nigeria will not be broken. Because they know their stake in Nigeria. So how do you think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a British passport holder, will be kidnapped by Nigeria? And then Nigerian government are enjoying everything normal with UK, shaking hands and doing everything in pari passu on daily basis. They are even signing new deals with UK. But you see what is happening. BRGI has weaponized UN foreign policies against Nigeria. Not just Nigeria. Now we have also done it against UK and Europe. I want all of you to sit down and be watching and seeing all the tariffs and the sanctions that the US government are slamming the UK government, the European Commission, the European countries, and Nigeria. It is happening gradually. That BRGIE that stood from 2022 and the office headquarters was commissioned in 2023. That BRGIE is that BRGIE that is making things happen now. It is not a new BRGIE. There is nothing like new BRGIE. It is only one BRGIE. So all of you that were fighting BRGIE from 2022, when it was unveiled, 2023, you claim to be IPOB Nigeria, IPOB Accountability Group, IPOB DOS, IPOB Political Wings. Today, where are all of you? You're all crying. You will be shocked that even in 2026, IPOB is fighting against sit-at-home. They tried to use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to fight against sit-at-home, starting from 2021. A man that was kidnapped by Nigerian government. You now go and convince him and tell him and make him to see that, oh, Biafrans are suffering with the sit-at-home. The sit-at-home is plaguing their life. It's causing them pain. It's causing them this and causing them that. And then you want him to become empathetic, sympathetic about those that are living out here, while him is confined into a four wall. Then you force him, you drag him to send message that no more sit-at-home. Go and end sit-at-home. Oh, if Biafrans had ended sit-at-home, who will remember Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today? Because these were the mandate and the assignment that were given to IPOB Nigeria Group from 2021. They work with Soludo. They deceive all of you. I'm asking all of you today, why is it that now, today, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has now been moved from DSS in Abuja to Sokoto? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not coming to stand and make video again the way they used to give him script and force him to make video inside the court and say he should pronounce that there is no sit at home. They will even bring the camera and then they will ask him, there is a question out there if you order sit at home. And then he will say, I did not order sit at home. I am in the prison. I don't know what is happening there. So I don't know what is happening. Now, I am asking all of you, now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in chains with DSS from morning to night, he is now able to meet people that come to see him in Sokoto prison, as that when they want to come and when they don't want. He can meet anybody that want to come and see him, as far as those is coconut head brothers and the lawyers will allow those people to come and see. Because those are the people that will not allow who wants to come and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and see. It did not start today. They will vet you and they want to hear what you want to go and talk with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before they will allow you to go. So when you go and hear something that you're not supposed to hear, if you come and talk, they know that you don't come expose them. Yes. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can see those that want to come and see him, he even has the right now that you have sentenced him to death, you have sentenced him to life imprisonment. He has the right now to speak on video with anybody that has come to visit him for it to be brought to share in the media. Why has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now not done video to say go and share it? I am talking, I'm telling you people to go and stop sit at home. You see how God is punishing many of you. God is punishing many of you and is exposing many of you every day. You claim to be IPOB DOS for how many years? Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in prison. There is nothing that you guys can show for it. To say, oh, this is what you have achieved in absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or this is how you have propelled and moved from point A to point B or to point Z. Nothing. It's only to sabotage and to drag those that are doing enough to move us from one point to another. This is the group of people that said they are DOS, that they are working for Biafra. Can you see them? Here they are. These are the people that say they are working for Biafra. Radio Biafra. They say they are Radio Biafra. Today they have become Radio Fulani. They are no more Radio Biafra. They have become Radio Fulani because what they propagate on this channel and this platform is against the mandate of the Biafran people. They are propagating the template of Nigerian government. What Nigerian government give them to propagate is what they propagate on Radio Biafra. No wonder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying Radio Biafra has been bought off. That when he was speaking, they were cutting off his voice. How many of you believe that could happen? Biafrans are sitting at home and they are standing in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are standing in solidarity with Biafra. They are standing in solidarity with the declaration of Biafra. They are standing in solidarity with the independence of Biafra. But what did DOS do? DOS are against Biafrans, standing in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for Biafra independence. DOS are standing with the Fulani government of Nigeria, and they are using Radio Biafra to orchestrate their madness. They say Onitsha market open today, that people return to businesses. The same Onitsha market that the people that at the market say, we no go agree. Soludo, carry your madness, go one side. The indigenous people decided to sit at home. And Soludo shut down the market. And then they say, Soludo, you shutting down the market cannot stop us. They invaded the street. They protested. DOS now decided to take sides with Nigerian government. Have they been exposed? They've been exposed. They claim to be fighting for Biafra. And they fought sit at home from 2021 till today because of what Nigerian government has given to them. Shame no allow them now to even swallow their pride and go inside because it's too pathetic. They don't know where they have to start from. I think that's what is happening to them. So if at this point, or if today now being 2nd of February 2026, and some people say they are not aware or they don't know the BRGI that is doing something that has caused Nigeria panic and pain. It means you are not a Biafran and you are just like the DOS IPOB criminals. Let us watch a few videos from today's Sitato.
Once this our generation finish, God go miss us. Once this our generation finish, God go miss us. Once this our generation finish, God go miss us. Once this our generation finish, God go miss us. Once this our generation finish, God go miss us. Once this our generation finish, God go miss us.
Aya zo gogo no. Aya zo gogo no go ni ndi bana pata so gogo ta na. Aya na azu go we kita onya bana pata kwa. Aya na azu. Aya zo gogo. Aya zo gogo ni. Putano. Ebe gate go go. Aya zo gogo no. Aya zo gogo no go ni ndi bana pata so gogo ta na. Aya na azu go we kita onya bana pata kwa. Aya na azu. Aya zo gogo. Putano. Ebe gate go go. Aya zo gogo.
My fellow student of Success Line, Success Line is very empty, no students. More than what I put on. Principal no way I say put on, I get the attendance list. I beg one kita the attendance from principal, from the teachers. Students need no more rebel. Was Diaguano HOD, Bo Soludo. HOD, I was Soludo, see a student at the Gao. When the principal honor. No single soul. Only 2 persons be on a Success Line. Only 2 persons be on a Success Line. So I'm having my other lines. So my class loop, S line about my class. Yeah, I'm heading to my shop now. Very empty. Was there no teacher? Soludo. See, I be able to register and I have to go mark attendance. Do. Una fugiano. Neno classroom man yo. Ay. Now wow.
wow. Now, wow. This one now is a Sahara Reporters that is reporting. And I want all of you to look at what Sahara Reporters is doing in their reportage. Look at here. Sahara Reporters said, watch Monday sit at home. On its main market, traders partially comply with Governor Soludo's order to open shops. And then the video that Sahara Reporters are playing is a video where the shops are closed. So even as Sahara Reporters try to manipulate and lie and deceive the people, they are still posting a video that the doors of the shops are closed. And there is something else on this comment section here. Let me bring it up. Let me bring this one up. Sage said 17 shops. When will Soludo learn that dialogue works better than threat or violence? Monday sit at home in Anambra State. Market chairman ordered by Soludo to mark attendance at Onitsha main market. But only 17 traders have opened their shops so far. And then the numbers are here. I say, Chuma, Ogodkwo, what time did you open? 7:50 a.m. HK 101, 7:51. Ebuka, Ibo, 7:53. Onokwo Chooks, 7:55. Wankwo Chenna, 7:55. Oka for Sunday, 7:56. Nsobo Ekene, 7:59. Chukwu Keke, 801. Ikenna Oji, 803. Peter Igwe, 805. Ifeanyi Okoye, 806. Chukwuma Igwelu, 810. Chidi Ayafulu, 812. Nzegu Celestine, 816. Uche Obika, 819. Chikaeze, 824. Ugo John, 827. Biko, is it these 17 people that makes up Onitsha main market? Is it these 17 people that make up Onitsha main market? Is this the 17 people that make up Onitsha main market? Please, at the ask question. Is it these 17 people that make up Onitsha main market? Is it the 17 people that make up Onitsha main market that they ask question? Is it these 17 people that makes up Onitsha main market? It's a question that I'm asking. Is it these 17 people that makes up Onitsha main market? So, there's 17 people that make up Onitsha main market. Seventeen people that didn't make up Onitsha main market. Oh, Soludo, please, somebody should tell Soludo the next thing to do. Yes, let us go to another video. Let's go to another video because I saw many other videos.
Yeah, because I'm going to Soludo. Papa, because I pop something in my paper. I'm on Monday. See how they am. I put no focus condition on Monday. I put no fear about that about Tanja. ebe a nkịta bụ ọchanja anyị abịazie mechizie the whole Anambra steeti a na-atụ ya egwu onye ọbụla ma Soludo ya sendeli ya vidiyo ka ọ fụ ka o si dị ebe a kịta bụ ọchanja ọbụnụpụ ka ọchanja dị ya bịa mechikola ebe niile ọ na-abụ gọvanọ ebe a kịta bụ ọchanja dị ife a ebe a niile kịta bụ ọchanja ya bịazi ya mechizi ebe niile chairman mbuka ebulu since 3 years and ọgbọla ife ọ pụta kwuo maka ya ọ na-eme fọs ka apụtakwuo afịa na efe ọchanja last week ọfụnụbi ọ dị close.
Oh, Soludo. This dog is dancing for Soludo. This dog is dancing for Soludo. Hey.
Look at Obomanu this early morning. Everybody is on the house. So everywhere is silent. No motor, no keke. As usual. See Mr. Beast Johnson. See Kremanjeri. See the load. Everywhere scanty. I urge every person to go to market before the governor close down the market for the second time. See no market road. Look at.
Do you know what is interesting here? The person that is making this video, he said, I urge everybody to go to the market before Soludo shut down the main market the second time. And then him that is urging people to go to the market is not going to the market too. He is hiding beside his curtain to make the video, and he's telling people, I urge everybody to go to the market before they shut down the market again, while himself is not prepared to go to the market. He is only prepared to make video from this window. Hey, Soludo.
Ya biko onye ọbụla ma Soludo onye agwa ka ọ jee kpọpụta ndị mmadụ na befa ọ na-emechila ime market na asịsị so afịa on Monday isi adịghị ya mma ọbụnụ fụ ka the condition on Monday si dị ọbụnụ na afịa ebe a kịta bụ ọchanja ebe a niile kịta bụ ọchanja anyị abịazie mechizie the whole market dị na Anambra steeti a na-atụ ya egwu onye ọbụla ma Soludo ya sendeli ya vidiyo ka ọ fụ ka o si dị ebe a kịta bụ ọchanja ọbụnụpụ ka ọchanja dị ya bịa mechikola ebe niile ọ na-abụ gọvanọ ebe a kịta bụ ọchanja dị ife a ebe a niile kịta bụ ọchanja ya bịazi ya mechizi ebe niile chairman mbuka ebulu since 3 years and ọgbọla ife ọ pụta kwuo maka ya ọ na-eme fọs ka apụtakwuo afịa na efe ọchanja last week ọfụnụbi ọ dị close.
What will Soludo do now? Because he don't make mistake. Soludo, what will he do now?
New pass. So, this is a live report today being February 2nd February 2026. In Ayabe, the whole gate needed to be opened from A to Z. The whole market needed to be opened, as ordered by Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, the Anambra governor. But because when something is going on, you have to know how to tackle it, not by this. Everything is not about using force in this country. Look at the whole market. This is New Pass, popularly New Pass in Anambra. Every shop, I want to take making some few videos, because everywhere is totally locked down. The whole shop. Even I met one of them. The guy told me that he has made video. He didn't see any customer in the market. So this is what is going on. Here is New Pass, one of the popularly market in Anambra. Everywhere is totally ghost town. The whole shops. Where big are from the charge. So this is what is going on. Soludo, what you are doing is against law. You cannot ask people when to open their shop and when not to open their shop. It's against fundamental rights of a human being on this very planet Earth. So, and this is unacceptable. So, you can see the market is open, but everywhere is completely shut down. You can see people everywhere completely shut down. The whole market. You can see this in New Pass. Let me tell you the location. So I'll end the video just to tell you that power belongs to the people. You cannot decide for the masses. The masses has the right to decide for you. Understand? So it doesn't matter the humiliation.
Thank you so much. Soludo cannot decide for the masses. The power belongs to the people. The people of the Biafra are the owners of the land. We are not going to allow Fulani stooges to come and dictate to us how we are going to run our land. And this is the reason why we are asking for everybody's support of Biafran Republic government in exile, so that we can be free once and for all and go back to our land and develop it. But I want you to, before I make my final comment, I want us to watch the video until the end, so that I can make my final comment. But Biafrans, the time to sit down and watch, or sit down and look, or walk on the ground is over. We have a government that is speaking for us, a government well known and recognized in Washington, D.C. This government should be supported with everything that we have. We cannot be suffering and smiling in our land, while we have all the natural resources that can better the lives of our people. We have everything it takes to be a very beautiful, wonderful, strong nation. Biafra is going to be one of the best nations on this planet Earth. And that is why we are appealing to every one of you to join hands and support the government under Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere for the recognition of Biafra. And once that is done, our leaders will be released. Then we can go home and form a transitional government in the homeland. For people who are talking about prime ministership position and all the rest of it, it is not a permanent position. It is a temporary position. Once Biafra is fully restored and recognized, transitional government will be formed in the homeland, and then we can be talking about the Biafran Republic government in exile prime minister while we are in our land. We are going to do that election by everybody in Biafra. But now we are not all that in democracy, because it is the cabinet of Briggy that is electing the prime minister of Biafra, who is going to superhead and oversee the actions and activities of Briggy government going forward. And that is what the government have done. And that is why Ogechukwu Nkere, our prime minister, must be supported, so that he will complete the process in Washington, D.C., and we go back home and rejoice. Who knows? You may be the representative of Anioma State. You may be the representative of Isoko Urobo State. You may be the representative of Olu or Sioux State, as the case may be. All the 40 states of Biafra land, we go into election and elect who their leaders is going to be. But first of all, first things first, Azatan, before Azawute, we first of all have to be recognized as a nation. Then we are going to elect the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government, not in exile, but in the homeland. So let us just watch this video.
These people are doing this thing in way of protest for their leader Mazen Nandekan, who is on castration. Understand? Look at this is Mpo new pass, Mbuka new tire, main market, Obogu, head bridge, Obosisi, Obabada, Mbuka Obosi, Mbuka Mpo. Every market is totally under key and locked. So that is to show you that power belongs to the people. You cannot beat a child and ask him or her not to cry. So Governor Chukwuma Soludo, finally, it's like shame is coming on you. Shame, a very big shame. So share this video to tell you exactly the situation that is going on. All markets are open, but the problem is that no customer to buy the market. So what are you going to do in the shop? The answer is no. We don't have anybody to buy the market. So nobody is in the to buy the market. So are we going to just open the shop? Everywhere the door is open, but everywhere is totally shut down. We didn't see anybody to buy the market. So the best thing is for us to lock the shop. So that is it. This is to tell you that power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. This is something that it should be dialogue, to dialogue with the people, to know exactly what is the problem. Not using force. Force can never ever stop this. Force, using force or bringing soldiers, army, can never ever stop this. So this is the situation. So he opened his shop, but no customer. So this is the live report today, 2nd February 2026. The whole market is under key and lock. So that is the situation report in New Pass. As I'm speaking to you now, you can see everywhere. Nobody to buy market. So no need of coming to shop. Everywhere is under key and lock. So thank you very much and share this video as we are going to be live, go live shortly at Onitsha main market. So look at everywhere. So this is matter of dialogue, to dialogue with the people, to know exactly how to solve this problem out, not by using force. So this is not a matter of using force. This is matter of dialogue, to dialogue with the people, to know why they are sitting at home. Because I've asked many of them, they told me that the reason they are doing this at home is they are not comfortable the way they pass the judgment against Nnamdi Kanu and sentence him to life imprisonment. They are demanding unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. So that is why everywhere is totally locked. Look at everywhere. Everywhere. So that is to show that power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people.
Yes, having seen all that, I want everybody to understand something. We had ESN, and later we had BDF. ESN were dealing with Nigerian terrorists. BDF were dealing with Nigerian terrorists, and still so. But you did not get the attention of American government, even with all the woto that were done on the terrorists in Nigeria that came to kill our women and children. Yes, let me repeat what I said. We had ESN, and we later had BDF. And BDF are still working till date. But with all the woto that we dealt with the terrorists that came to kill our babies, women, and children, You do not have the opportunity for American government to speak or say anything about Biafra. So, until the lobbying work with Mazi Elias and Attorney Dabiri and our PM Nkere in Washington, D.C. started, now you can see that the U.S. government starts saying something that concerns Biafra and mention Biafra. You can now see U.S. foreign policy makers even make tweets on Twitter, and they will put in quotes that America should establish Biafra military base with the allegiance with the Biafran government. That America should recognize Biafra. That America should key into Biafra because that is the only solution to eliminate the jihadist terrorists in the Sahel and in Nigeria, to be precise. You now see many top policymakers speaking on Twitter and then calling for the support of Biafra. On the same day that Martin Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to death and life imprisonment, that was the day the American Congress had a congressional hearing. Our PM Nkere was there in attendance. And in that very congressional hearing, which over trillions and millions of viewers are watching worldwide, US congressmen raised a motion about Biafra leader that is imprisoned by Nigeria. So for once in a lifetime, the US congressmen and women that PM Nkere has had series of meetings with and educated them about Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being kidnapped and Mazi Simon Ekpa being imprisoned. And Biafra people being massacred and slaughtered on a daily basis in Nigeria. The US congressmen and women had to make reference and mention to Biafra inside the US congressional hearing, where everybody in the entire world are watching. This is after a congressional testimony has been submitted officially to the US Congress. This is after a congressional briefing and testimony has been done by BRJ on the 18th of September 2025 inside the capital of America, the White House. So, as we defend ourselves in the homeland against the terrorists and to liberate ourselves and to move inch by inch, neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street, community by community, state by state, county by county, and ward by ward to liberate ourselves, we need to remember that we need to connect everything together. Our defending ourselves in the homeland, we need to connect it to our lobbying energy. So if you only work on the defense to defend yourself in the homeland without lobbying, nobody will hear what you are doing in defending yourself in the homeland community. Nigerian government will come to international community and tell international community that you are a terrorist, that you are killing your people, that you are killing yourselves, that you are fighting Nigerian government. But they will not come and tell international community that you are actually fighting for self-determination, your independence nation. But it is your lobbying that you do in international community that will take time to educate the lawmakers and let them know that what we are doing in the homeland is self-defense, self-determination, taking back our land from the occupier terrorists of Nigeria, that we have declared Biafra and we are in the process of evicting Nigeria from Biafra land. That is why you must understand the importance of the lobbying and the importance of the defense mechanism in the homeland. So fund your freedom, fund your security in the homeland, fund the lobbying in diaspora. You have to do this because all the people kidnapped and massacred, they were not kidnapped and massacred in Biafra land recently, right? They were done in other places. If BDF were not there in Biafra land, the case would have been worse. And if you don't support BDF in the homeland, what do you think they will fight the terrorists with that are coming to invade your communities? They cannot fight with their saliva and with their blockers. They need to make use of logistics to fight the terrorists that have come to kill you. So, support your freedom. We salute Biafrans and we thank you all for your formidability. Continue speaking in the language that one Nigeria will understand. The international community are watching and the radar is fixed in Biafra region to see what you are doing as a systematic way of evicting Nigeria from your land. The sit-at-home is a very big tool that has been used by many countries. I did enumerate it on the past program that I did of countries that have used civil disobedience. To do what? To tell their story on the part of their freedom movement. Many countries, even America, use it. Israel use it. Spain use it. Japan use it. South Korea use it. India use it. South Africa use it. The lists are endless. So Biafran people are not the first to make use of sit-at-home civil disobedience. No. And in all those people that have used it before, there was no compulsion forcing them to come out from their houses to denounce the sit-at-home, to come and work, or to come and open their market. It has never happened. But in our own time, we see that Soludo wants to please the Fulani terrorists. Same Fulani terrorists that while Soludo is blocking your market and shutting down your market, the Fulani terrorists are invading Nigerian army barrack in Niger State. They invade the airport. They kill people. They take over the army base. They collect all the weapons. How many of you have seen this video? Tomorrow when we come live, we will look into it. I salute all Biafrans. Call your friends and family. Tell them that it is time that they all come to join their hands to make it happen. BRJE wish you all instituted into is where the flag is flying. And you have to continue to push it on until we finish our mandate. There with everybody. I salute you all.
Thank you so much, Biafrans, for being part of this. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please try as much as possible and subscribe. Monda Sass, greetings from here. Chloe, I see you. Greetings from here as well. And every other person that is part of this, I appreciate every one of you. Charles Oji. Subscribe to my channel and be part of what Briggy is doing for the freedom of our people.
They call you to make you Nigerian president, that you always stand on Biafra. Because I want to know the reason why somebody will stand and say, I am dying for Biafra because my leader has said. So you have clarified that. So my second question.
They gave me vice presidency. Go and ask DSS. They gave me vice. They said they'll make me the vice president of the zoo. I should drop my agitation. This happened in October of 2015, and I said no, I won't drop it. Ask them. That was the day I gave them the advice about building. These are the things I want our people, our hardcore Biafrans to understand, because they are the ones that will lead us to freedom, not all the fools by the side. It is the hardcore that will lead us to freedom, not the idiots by the side. Do you understand? On no, they have given me everything and I said no. They came to DSS to give me, I said no. They came to prison, I said no. They came to my house, I said no. They called me governor's meeting, I said no, I don't want anything. All I want is freedom. All I want is Biafra. Why do you think I had issues with Chief Nyawood? Why do you think I had issues with him? Because of the same thing. I said, that way people are going, Ojukwu went that way. They rubbished him. Look at Imo State. See what they did to him in Imo State. The same political process. You join, after a while, you vote. After voting, they declare whoever they like as their winner, and that's the end of the game. So I will never join any zoo politics.